Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 29th day of October, 2025. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. A little bit chilly here in Central Florida this morning. We also hope that all of the people in Jamaica are safe and healthy. Also, blessings upon those that work in health, along with first responders who in places like Jamaica today are very much needed, that are always trying to risk their lives to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children, victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People helping those that are victims of prostitution, child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that cause these industries to thrive. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 700,000 men, women, children, and families, and senior citizens homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. So, no Deuce McBride yesterday. There was a basketball game in Milwaukee last night. Knicks lost to the Bucks, 121 to 111. Couple of problems have reared their head in the last two games that I have noticed. Not sure if it was there in the first two, but definitely in the last two. Third quarters are a problem. Yesterday, the Knicks got outscored by 15 in the third. After dominating the first two quarters, they get outscored after the half in the third. Adjustments were made by Doc Rivers. Apparently, those were successful. So they have to figure that it's the Knicks, and Coach Brown got to figure out a way to come out better for the third quarter. Karl Anthony Towns is hurting. He's doing his best, but he has not been himself for the last two games. Yesterday, they had Bobby Portis guarding him, and that's when I knew there was a problem, because there's no way in hell Bobby Portis could guard him. And he was successful, though, in guarding him. And Karl Anthony Towns was missing shots. And to his credit, he was going to the basket, trying to get fouls, trying to get easier shots for himself. But he was 2 of 12. It was a very difficult game for him. 0 for 3 from the three-point line. He's just not himself right now. He had 12 rebounds, and even on a bad night, he's going to do stuff like that. But 8 points, 12 boards. He was really playing good defense, especially in the first half of the game. Some knucklehead said, I thought he was too, but then he had 5 fouls. Having fouls don't mean you're not playing defense. In fact, it usually means you are. But anyway, he really was struggling yesterday, and that hurt the Knicks. One of the things that, is the obvious elephant in the room is you got 2 All-NBA players in Brunson and Towns, and you need them every night to be all NBA players. If you don't have that, you're going to have a problem, okay? OG Anunoby had a tough game offensively, and again, I knew he was going to have a tougher game because Coach Brown had him guarding the Freak, one of the 5 best players in the world. And so, and he had a hard time against the Freak yesterday. Giannis had a great game. In the beginning, Giannis was struggling because they were doing a great job on him. But then he went overall 16 of 22, 5 of 7 from the line, 37 points plus 18. So, yeah, he had his typical Giannis game. And, yeah, that was why OG had a hard time offensively. All his energy was trying to go into the defensive end of the floor. And, he just had a hard time. Now, I do think it was a brilliant move to start Landry Shamet. As a matter of fact, I would not mind seeing Landry as the other option as a starter whenever you're not starting Mitchell Robinson, because he looked comfortable with the starting unit. He shot the ball better than he has shot it since he's been a Knick. He was 5 of 11 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line. He had 16 points, very solid. He was the only player, aside from Kolek, that was plus. He was +3 yesterday. So Shamit, I think we found something here. That was a good move by Brown. And the reason, again, I say that is because Deuce is needed for the bench. Yesterday, man, the bench was minus what? Minus 20, minus 30, minus 26 was the bench yesterday. Minus 26. They got 10 points from Jordan Clarkson and 5 points from Tyler Kolek, 3 points from Josh Hart, total of 18 points. You know, you got to do better. I'm not saying they need to lead the league in scoring, the bench scoring, but 30 points. My number is 30. When I see 30 points from the bench, it's a good night. So there was nowhere near that. And again, we are missing Deuce. So that is tough. But what I was seeing really was two different games. The first half, the defense was crunching. I saw so many good things defensively in the first half for the Knicks. So many good things. They got a number of 3-stop sequences. It was beautiful. In fact, when they went into the half, they had 71 points. The thing is, they had 71 points, but it didn't appear they were hot shooting. Like, it wasn't like they were just so hot they couldn't miss, and that's why they had 71. It was just in the flow of the offense. It was flowing, and it was basing it coming off defensive stops. This is how you want to win. You want to get stops and then cause those stops to become baskets. That's what they were doing in the first half. Somehow, now Jalen Brunson did take, he got hurt yesterday, but I knew he was going to come back because it's Jalen Brunson. As long as he could walk, he's going to play. So he came back, but, it was second half combination of things. Well, like I said, Cat wasn't his normal self. Jalen wasn't after the half either, even though he ended up 36, shooting 14 to 25. He was rough. Again, after the half, it was a little tougher. Now, he was hurt, but he was unstoppable. In the first half, they couldn't do nothing with Jalen Brunson. He was manipulating them, getting whatever he wanted. And Shamit was doing his thing, too. Bridges scored 24 yesterday, 11 boards. Bridges was really active, more than usual on the boards yesterday. He had to be. And then he had 6 assists. He was minus 10, though. And again, I got to give it, Ryan Rollins. What's his name? Rollins, man. It took me a half to even remember his name. He was Ryan Rollins. He had 25 yesterday. And 4 for 4 from 3. I mean, and he was making the Knicks pay. It was a guy that looked like they had Brunson on him. And it looked like they were designating him to be the guy to get free shots. Not expecting him to hit, but he did. And so, he was, to me, if it wasn't for Ryan Hollins, they wouldn't have won that game. But he did. So, you expect Giannis to do Giannis stuff. They actually played good deep. The Knicks did against the rest of them. Milwaukee only had 3 players in double figures yesterday. But this Ryan Hollins, 4 for 4 from 3, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He's trying to win that starting point guard job from Kevin Porter Jr. So who was out yesterday. But the bench unit for Milwaukee wasn't like, they weren't like world beaters either. But they did get 34 points. See, their bench unit was mostly -2. Their bench unit minus 15 for the game. But they scored 34 points. See, you either going to bring some defense on the bench unit, which means you're not going to be negative in the plus minus, or you're going to score some points. The Knicks bench unit the last 2 games has been neither. Not defensive, not offensive, except offending us. So, the bench got to do better. So last night he played Muhammad Diawara. He did the Tom Thibodeau, played that brother for a minute. I thought we would see more Diawara because of the defensive that he brings, but not yet. Not yet. We're going to, because he's messing around with this lineups and they can't play no defense. Well, anyway, Kolick actually did because it was +4. So Kolick actually played all right, but all right wasn't good enough. We needed more here. Clarkson, that's his. He scored 10 points. Porty played 12 minutes. He was -8. Dayton played Jemison yesterday, but actually, as I thought Jemison might have been an important piece to play, I don't know if he'd have made any difference yesterday. I don't know. Maybe another bye to throw out Giannis, but no. So overall, we need Deuce back. We need Deuce back, and we need MitchRob to get in. I don't know what the. I'm concerned like y'all are because okay, he's on the trip. What the hell is he traveling with the team for if he ain't gonna play? If he's not going to play, sit his ass in New York and let him rehab the ankle. If that's the problem, don't have him traveling and then he's still not playing. It's frustrating, y'all. I'm with you on that. I'm frustrated. It's a number of y'all expressed that, and I'm with you on that. It's frustrating. But anyway, it's very early in the season, so let us remember that. This is only game 4. Somebody was telling me they're done with Yabusele after game 3. Some of y'all, anyway. Yabusele didn't play yesterday. He hurt his knee. So when I saw that, I expected Diawara to get some more minutes. And Diawara is like any other NBA player. The more minutes he gets, the better he's going to look. 1 minute ain't going to cut it. So if you want some defense on that bench, Mr. Brown, we need to see Mo Diawara. Mo D. Kumo D. We need to see him. Okay? So you need to see more of that young brother on the bench. So we'll see, though. Chicago, now this is the interesting thing. It's early. It's very early, y'all. So this is going to change. But right now, in the East, right? Okay. In the East right now, you got Philly 4-0. And it ain't Embiid. It's Maxey, it's VJ Edgecombe, and it's our boy Quentin Grimes. The Bulls are 3-0. The Miami Heat are 3-1. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 3-1. And the Bucks are 3-1. The Knicks, Charlotte, Pistons 2-2. Okay? The Knicks right now, the differential is 0. 110.5, 110.5, what they give up and what they score. Say what you want about Tom Thibodeau. His teams were always up there in the differential. They were always top 4 in the differential, which means they were playing some damn defense and they were scoring when they need to. But I ain't going to go there right now. What I'm going to say is we just got to get used to Coach Brown. And Coach Brown got to get used to his personnel. And they got to get used to him. And we got to give it time. I think we already said 15 to 30 games anyway. We're going to need time. So there it is. So they 2-2 right now. We go to Chicago, who's undefeated. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, and we got to do better. 121 points. And they did so good in the first half. Like, they had them under 60 in the first half, while the Knicks scored 71. So I was like, oh, we're doing good, man. They were doing real good. Then all of a sudden, third quarter. So they got to figure third quarters out. And we need Deuce back. Now, MitchRob, I don't know when the hell he coming back. But Deuce, this is a personal issue. Something to do with his family. I'm hoping everything is all right because we need the brother back sooner rather than later. Good thing about last night is Shamet looked good with the starters. He did. I believe if Cat was himself, which he was not, he clearly something is wrong. So if Cat was himself, we win that game. But because if you look at the stats, nothing made no sense. It doesn't make. I mean, if you look at the stats, it just makes sense that the Knicks, look, they out rebounded the Bucks. They out rebounded them 45 to 38. They out rebounded them on the offensive glass 17-4. The Knicks had 24 assists. The Bucks had 27 assists. Each team had too many turnovers, 13 turnovers. But and the Knicks shot 23 foul shots and the Bucks shot 24 foul shots. I mean, it was very evenly matched the whole night. The Knicks did not shoot the ball well from 3, 33%, whereas the Bucks shot 41. I mentioned Rollins going 4 for 4. So it was evenly matched. They should win this game. But in the third quarter, they let go of the rope, plain and simple. In the fourth quarter, they could not come back. Is what it is. So they're gonna have to do better. Let's get whatever the issue is with Deuce and his family. We pray they're all right, but we need the brother back sooner rather than later. MitchRob, we'd like him too eventually. So let's see how this works out. But it is, man, the games keep coming. This is a good thing about it. Games keep coming. I don't want to hear y'all making no season-long predictions based on the first 4 freaking games. Let's see Chicago on Friday. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Sure.